if you heard this, free throws play a huge part in this game of basketball. And, you know, when you're struggling from the floor like the Vikings were, it's kept them in the game. Bishop Loughlin wanted to travel there on Simeon.
Definitely heard it before, John, but you can't say it enough because so many games are lost at the foul line.
Here's Ricks. Looking to go inside, draws his double team. Shot gets blocked, no, but second chance shot, yes, and the foul.
Nice job by Rick, staying with it. He's been kind of quiet this quarter, but maybe that gets him started.
And that foul's going to go on Williams. That's his third. And now Gonzalez has a decision. Shaq Ricks, a 50% free throw shooter, and he gets the roll. 8 of 9 from the free throw lines is Rick, and Noel gets triple teamed, still holds on to the ball. Thomas. Loughlin had a couple open shooters, and Noel just couldn't get out of that trap. And that foul's going to go on Zahir Mateen. His third, the team's fourth.
Great pressure by South Shore there, almost forcing a turnover, but then get called for the hand check.
So now towards the left wing. Noel hoisting a three, no off to the left. Ball still tipped on up, and the Vikings come down with it. Noel's missed his last 3 shots.
He's only a sophomore too, John, so a lot more basketball to be played for him in his high school career.
And it'll be interesting too.
Mid-range, the kid has a lot of talent. And he's only going to get better. Fourth quarter.
Done a lot in this. So Williams will rim. They go 0 of 2. The first fight it off towards Thomas.
It's an important make, like we said before. Now he has a chance to make it a 3-point game.
So Betchel not really as much off. Does have 7, knocked down all 3 from the floor. Two is Betchel. 60. Team has to give it off. And we'll get a tucking. And Pat, you know, we've seen neither team being able to put it away. Put another team away, like we saw a 53-44 lead for the Vikings in the third quarter. Obviously, Bishop Loughlin goes back. You see the fast start. But now, you know, obviously you look at the record, and there's South Shore right there. You can look at 3-3 overall, but they're definitely better than the record says.
They definitely are. They're playing a top team in the city. 4-1 Loughlin. They beat arguably, which is one of the best teams around in Lehigh, and they're hanging with them. It's a 3-point game. I expect it to go close down to the wire, and they're hanging with their top players. So, I mean, this South Shore team's 3-3, but it's still also December 26th, and there's a lot of basketball to be played. So if you're South Shore, you want to see yourself improving, which I think they've showed this game so far. Hang with the top team in the city. They're improving, and maybe when they play the Lincolns and Jeffersons down the line, they beat them and they move up in the AA rankings.
So South Shore will have the ball. 24 to shoot. 6:31 left to play. And you look at all the PSAL teams in this tournament. Well, not tournament, but classic. You'd have to imagine South Shore is just going to stay here and scout out. You look at Robeson, you look at Lincoln. Well, not Lincoln's not playing, but you know, you look at teams like that are in this tournament. They'll definitely be doing their homework after the game. As Ricks is able to finish, and now the Vikings get the turnover, and the foul's going to be called inside.
That's one of those possessions, Sean, where Loughlin does something really well, and then they make a mistake, and South Shore scores again, and they make another mistake. It seems like neither team could take the game over, and it's just who has the ball last couple minutes and who makes the least amount of mistakes.
And Ricks will go to the line. That foul's going to go on Noel, and 2 straight fouls are going to be called against Loughlin. And for Noel, that's his third, the team's fifth.
But he's going back, he's going to the rim.
7 straight free throws made for Ricks. He's
Big time shot for the sophomore right from the 4-point game.
And now Simeon. Looks like a 2-3 that Loughlin's. Now a 3-2. Up top is Simeon. Simeon with 6. Nope, it's going to go against.
And going back to the ball movement, that was
foul. Gaffney, he blows up. Loughlin go to the line. How about that? Obviously get the chance now. If they could have hit any freebies, and says Noel will still go to the line. You'd have to imagine it'd be a little more with a little more time.
They do one possession. They still found it back, and still the Brooklyn is really giving.
Knocked down his last 5.
Getting that rebound. He's the smallest. He's doing everything today.
Well, with 18. Huge chance to tie.
Loughlin down as many.
It was a 7-point lead with 54 seconds, and Tyrese Gaffney with a
team's very calm, cool, and collected.
Now Gaffney. Junior ties the game. On Bishop, but let's Beckles. How do you calm the team down for the final 7-7?
I mean, they blew a tide. One difference I would make it when it was 79-74. Nick Simeon was an inbounder. I don't want him inbounding the ball. He's your best foul shooter. You want him getting the ball, and then you want him to do some kind of isolation. I mean, but they didn't. They blew the 5-point lead, but the game's still tied. So you go, here's the deal. The game's tied, but we can win the game right here. You calm them down, you get the shot they want, get a good look, they knock it down, it's over. If you don't, you play 5 more minutes in overtime. But I don't think all the momentum's out in the South Shore's thing. They still have the ball, and they can win the contest.
For Bishop Loughlin, if you're Ed Gonzalez, what are you telling your squad?
Stay with the press. It's been working so well, forcing turnovers. I would play 4 trap, 1 with a safety, so no one beats them for the inbounder. The lead from 5 to the game, and if I'm South Shore, I'm very happy I have the ball.
Simeon will on the floor for the Vikings. They'll have to go the length of the floor with 7 seconds to go. Here's Simeon. Throws it over to Ansika. Now Evans with 1 second. He didn't know how much time there was left on the clock.
Now that's a nice play by Loughlin. They didn't trap full court. They picked up the trap half court, wasted 2 or 3 seconds off the court, and that's the guy. You want the big guy shooting the 3 with 2 seconds left. What a comeback from the Lions. What a game we have here at Westinghouse.
And it should be noted, Shaq Rick still on the bench. You'd have to wonder if he's questionable, if he's doubtful, whatever's going on, if he's going to play in this extra session.
And he's not in the huddle. He's standing outside of the huddle, so it looks like he's not going to start overtime.
Yeah. And that totally changes the equation for South Shore because obviously if he's on the floor, he's another option, and you don't have Ansika not knowing how much time. At the official table, I believe it's over how many timeouts were left, but each team had a timeout left. And Marquise Noel was pretty animated about something, not exactly sure what.
I think the debate was it a 30-second or a full timeout? So I saw the official extend his arms at the table like it was a full timeout, but it looks like they're breaking after 30 seconds, so.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you one thing. They didn't come up with the decision until after 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So, regardless.
They got the extra time.
3.9 seconds to go. Vikings look to inbound, and there's the foul. And they will foul Mateen. That was Treatout with the foul. For Treatout, that's going to be his 3rd.
So 3.3 seconds left. Enough time to get a decent shot to tie or win the game. Neither team has a timeout left, though.
Mateen is 10 of 13 from the free throw line. With the last two, you'd have to imagine if he...
What do you believe were your team's biggest challenges tonight?
I knew we just had to play defense tonight. They have top players in the city, and I knew that, and I just got my team to rally up and know we had to play defense and rebound, and those are the key things in the win tonight.
Congratulations, Zaire. Thank you.
All right, Naomi by Zahir Mateen finishes with 22 points. Does a good job knocking down the shots when he needed. And there you see, he mentioned Marquise Noel. There's no doubt these players really are conscious about the play.
South Shore.
So, said, we'll wrap it here. Game 2 will come up at 7 o'clock between George Westinghouse and Marist from New Jersey.
Well, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting. Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
From George Westinghouse in Brooklyn, New York, Backpack Broadcasting presents the first annual Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic between the Marist Royal Knights and the George Westinghouse Warriors. And a pleasant good evening, everybody. Alongside Dexter Henry, I'm John Perez. Marist from New Jersey comes into New York City to take a task, Dexter, against New York City teams. And let's take a look at what head coach Jaron Brooks had to say about playing New York City teams. He said, quote, "The team has done a good job of controlling the tempo, but the biggest test is playing New York City teams. Whether they are up 20 or down 20, they're going to play hard. They've only played 2 games, only 1-0 in their CHSAA white division, 2-0 overall." And Dexter, what does Marist bring to the table?
Well, what they bring to the table is a lot of athleticism. They play hard, and I think they like these matchups because it allows them to play tough against a gritty New York City team, John. So they like that. You see the quote from the coach, and he knows that these are the kind of games that can get them ready as they go deeper into their season.
Now you look at the other side, the home team, George Westinghouse. This home crowd has been waiting all day for Westinghouse. They get the evening matchups in today and tomorrow. But for tonight, George Westinghouse, they're a team that's 6-1 in the Brooklyn AA. They finally beat Lincoln after all those years, making the leap over into the AA. And the head coach said that they did not want to lose more than 2 games in their conference at the first half at the end of the season. What about George Westinghouse? What makes them so dynamic?
I think what makes them dynamic is they have a lot of guys that can score more than they've had in years past. You got to look at Gerald Williams. You got to look at Akeem Tate, a transfer they've had from North Carolina. He's been tremendous for them, leading them in scoring almost 17, just over 17 points a game. So he's been a guy that's done it. This is a very athletic team. They shoot better than they've done before in previous years, John, and they're a team to watch out for in the Brooklyn PSAL AA division.
All right, we'll have more to come. We'll have starting lineups and introductions coming up next at the first annual Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic live on BackpackBroadcasting.com.
John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Live and direct.
Live and direct, I will bring it to your set. I got now, I don't kill, got next.
The Creator in Vogue is your go-to source to find the coolest, the hippest shops here in the New York City area that are hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, and they're also easy on your wallet. I like that with New York fashion, nobody cares. You can do whatever it is that you please. You can be yourself. You can express yourself the way that you want to with your fashion, and I see myself as a canvas.
Welcome back to George Westingtown High School, right by the Brooklyn Bridge for the first annual Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic. And let's give you the starting lineups. First for the visitors, Stephen Ruiz is the center in the middle, and joining him up top, Gonzalo Gomez and Tahir McCray. And in the backcourt, Ben Karaoke and Grant Adu. Look at the home side of things for G-House. They play with 4 guards, Malik Riley, Arsheem Jones, Gerald Williams, and Akeem Tate. And their lone forward, Damari Moore. And there they are, 6-1 overall in the Brooklyn AA Conference. And they're just a team that has had everything go right for them, Dexter. And they're a team that has, been getting stops on defense. They've been getting the much-needed buckets. And this team has been more clutch than in years past.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They're a team that's matured. It's a program that's definitely been built. Head coach Everett Kelly has done an excellent job of that. And let's lead to a day like today where they're hosting their own classic showcase for the holidays. And there's been a ton of good basketball here on display today at the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic.
And you saw with Bishop Loughlin earlier, we were covering that game. That game goes to overtime. The game right before us, Poly Prep and Paul Robeson, almost goes to overtime before Poly Prep upsets Robeson, if you want to call it that, at the buzzer with a made free throw. And this game has certainly been enticing on all fronts.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good win for Poly Prep. No doubt about that.
Yep.
John, that was an exciting finish. This proves to be another good one, too. We've had some good matchups. You don't know what you're going to see. You guys talked about in the last broadcast with Patrick McCormick that, hey, guys know who they're playing against. They know the teams they're playing against, and they're excited to play with those guys. So it's always good to see this competition here as we're ready for the opening tip.
Yeah, it seems as if there's a little technical difficulties. We're almost set to go. A couple of laughs over at the table. And we get the thumbs up. It'll be Damari Moore and Stephen Ruiz. George Westinghouse in the home whites with the yellow-greenish trim. And Marist in the road blues. And winning the tip will be George Westinghouse, and controlling the ball on the near side, Arsheem Jones. Now it's Tate trying to drive inside. He won't get it to go. Rebound goes towards McCray.
Good defense early on by the Royal Knights.
As we mentioned in the open, only 2 games played for Marist. And they'll have their first turnover of the afternoon. They're a team that likes to control the tempo a lot, doesn't turn the ball over that much. So it's a little bit out of character, but nonetheless, that's something that they're going to be evaluated on a team that likes to run in George Westinghouse.
No doubt about it, and they've got bigs that can run too, does Marist. So that'll be a test for Jaron Books and his squad.
Top of the key is Williams. He gets double teamed, and there's a turnover. 2 turnovers in a span of 2 possessions for both teams. And that's where we stand. But Gerald Williams, highly touted senior, 6'3", from Brooklyn, New York.
Excellent player. Great athleticism, John. You got to watch him in an open court.
Coach Kelly calls him our do-or-die guy. Now at the top of the key, it's Gomez trying to bounce it inside. Gets poked at by Tate, but Ruiz is able to scoop it up. Trying to drive inside, gets separation, won't get the roll to go. And the rebound gets controlled by Jones. Riley thought about a 3, now gives it up top. Williams straight away, he won't get it to go.
That's something that Westinghouse has been better at this year thus far. It is knocking down the open 3-point shot. Much better shooting team than they've been in previous years.
And now driving inside, but getting the blocking call down low will be Gerald Williams. As Damari Moore tried to bust inside to get the first points for either side. We've played about 2 minutes ago, and the clock is still rolling. I don't think anyone's picked up on it yet.
Nope, nobody has.
Now finally stops at 6:05, but Damari Moore makes the first 1-0 George Westinghouse.
Oh, well, lost a couple seconds in this game.
Moore is the transfer out of Lincoln High School. Played with Westinghouse last year in the second semester. More of the emotional leader for the George Westinghouse side, but it's Grant Adu at the line. So my mistake on that. Wrong. You know what happens when you have two teams with the same colors? It looks as if the George Westinghound's Rhodes. But
Yep,
granted,
right.
nonetheless, leading scorer, 2-0 Marist.
I don't think the viewers are going to hold it against you, John.
We'll try. Arsheen Jones misses on two, tries to force the takeaway on a do, and now they do. It's Riley. Riley bouncing it down low. Tate, and he gets the roll. Hakeem Tate from North Carolina ties things up at 2.
Credit Malik Riley there. Nice, active hands defensively, and then an excellent use of the bounce pass to find his man for the easy score.
And now we'll have an offensive foul down low. Nice job by Gerald Williams.
His first, team's first.
So they'll give that foul to Adu. That'll be his first, the team's first. So now Jones. We're looking to pass it, and his pass gets deflected. Second turnover for George Westinghouse. Rolling inside, and that's Gonzalo Gomez.
Nice finish there by Gomez. Took the ball with the right hand, adjusted, and finished in the air nicely.
Gomez averaging about 6 points a game. Gets his first score. 3 minutes gone by, 4-2 Marist. Now with the finger roll, that's Gerald Williams.
Yeah, I like that by Gerald Williams right there. Was patient, didn't take the shot, had an open three, but didn't settle for that, decided to go to the rim.
Things tied up at 4 apiece. Now on the near wing, Karaoke up top to Adu. G-House in a zone. Now down low, Gomez on the block with 7 to shoot. Turnaround hook shot is off to the left. Rebound Williams. Williams looking to run. Passing it over, going up for the dunk attempt was Riley. He won't get that to go, but nonetheless, Arsheen Jones knocks down the 3.
Nice shot there for Jones. And look, Riley's very active. You saw him go up for the dunk there. He can bang it, trust me. That kid can definitely get up.
And now the takeaway. Second turnover for Marist, going up for it and scoring is Arsheen Jones, a 6-foot senior.
Arsheen Jones on a personal little 5-0 run here for the Warriors.
9-4 lead, and Jones has struggled a lot this first half of the season. Has had his moments, including the fourth quarter of that Lincoln game, where he just knocked down shot after shot. As we'll have a whistle.
Offensive foul. Number 15.
And that's the second offensive foul against Marist.
A little bit of a sloppy start thus far here for Marist. Sometimes they look like a team who's only played 2 games. Not really much of a flow yet, John.
Well, Brooks said that this is a team that likes to face New York City competition when they can. Certainly getting that opportunity tonight. There's Williams freeing up Jones. He's off the mark. Rebound Gomez.
Nice rebound there by Gomez.
And now fighting the other way. Granadu, he's a tough person to guard because of his size and his strength. And you can see he's able to just muscle in.
And it's very, very sleek there, too. Nice ball handling, able to be crafty between 2 defenders.
Granadu with 4 of Marist's 6 points. Now near side, 3 ball on the way. Tate, no good.
So he had a good look, not able to knock it down there.
Now McCray looking to drive inside. No, but a foul.
Wow, how was that not an offensive foul?
I'm not sure. That looked a little bit more like an offensive foul than the other 2.
I agree with you
and
on
now
that.
they're going to call it.
Oh, okay. Look, hey, we know something. We know something.
Well, the near side official that's holding the ball initially called a block, and he got overruled by the far side official.
Good job, far side official.
Yeah.
We salute you.
So for McCray, that's going to be his first, the team's second. And now Jones Going into the low block. Going up and finishing strong, Gerald Williams. Williams is averaging 12.8 points a game, and he's got 4 early on. 11-6 lead. Here's Adu. The junior spin around shot, and he gets the roll.
Right now, Adu is very adept at the ball having his way, but what I'm seeing is that Maris is relying too much on him. He seems like he is their offense. They're going to need somebody else to step up if they are to win this game.
Adu with 8. Now turnaround shot and hitting Gerald Williams. Yes, sir.
That's what Gerald Williams can do. You saw one score on the inside. He can also get it done from the outside.
Gerald Williams now 3 of 5 from the floor. He's got 6 points, and we'll have another turnover for Maris. For Maris, that's going to be their 3rd turnover early on thus far.
A sloppy start for Maris thus far in this quarter. They're going to have to cut down on the turnovers, especially the offensive fouls.
Rashad Staten checks in for G-House. Now controlling the ball, Jones to Tate. Tate trying to throw it in the middle. Nice touch pass from Moore. Now Tate floats shot, doesn't get the roll. Rebound Ruiz.
That could have been another offensive foul there on the Adu. Gave a little bit of a chicken wing, but no call by the ref. Got to be careful with that. Sorry, John.
And you know, these are different officials for each game, and obviously because they tired themselves out. But you know, it's funny. You saw in the Bishop Loughlin game how closely they called it. You know, you see in the Poly Prep game, not called. It's very loose.
Right.
You know, and this, you know, sometimes, and I brought this up to Patrick too, was that for sometimes when you have officials that call the games that close, you have to think the teams would eventually have to adjust to it. Neither South Shore or Bishop Loughlin did that.
Right.
And we'll see how G-House does that the rest of the way.
I think it's tough sometimes for young teams, you know, playing at this age in high school basketball to learn to adjust to that. I think a lot of players get very frustrated, and that affects them on both sides of the ball. But you're right. You have to adjust, John.
Moore can't get the roll. And that will do it at the end of 1. How about that? A quick quarter for the Warriors and the Knights, and the Warriors lead 13-8. You're watching Backpack Broadcasting's coverage of the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic.
Hi, I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Start of the second quarter, Warriors lead the Knights 13-8. George Westinghouse and Marist here from the first annual Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic. Dexter Henry, I'm John Perez. We've got Naomi Gray patrolling the sidelines. We'll hear from her around halftime. But in that first quarter, Dexter, you know, George Westinghouse doing a good job of distributing the ball. Gerald Williams leading the way with 6 points. They've done a good job distributing.
Yeah, they have, and they've taken advantage in the open court. You saw a couple fast break baskets, and that's been easy. Where on the other side, the Knights have had to work for everything, and they haven't been as careful with the ball. We've seen a couple turnovers, a couple offensive fouls. So That's the difference in the game right now. The Warriors have been more opportunistic than the Knights and capitalized off of those opportunities.
On the other side for Marist, Grant Adu with 6 points thus far. He's their leading scorer. Number 15 in blue. There's Gomez. Over to Adu. 15 on 15 crime. Adu, spin around fadeaway shot. Yes.
Adu pumped up there. That was a nice shot. Nice move with the fadeaway. Got it to drop.
Every shot that Adu has taken today has gone in. 3 of 3 from the floor and 2 of 2 from the charity stripe.
He is the offense right now.
He's a guy that's still, if you look at Division I schools, is in between a guard and a forward. You call him a wing if you want. As Jones gets hacked on the...
Double click it.
Assistant foul to number 3. Benjamin Kuroki. His first.
So the foul goes on Kuroki, and Jones misses the first one.
We've also seen today how free throws can hurt you. Missed free throws by South Shore.
Yep.
Got Loughlin back in the game.
And up until that point, South Shore had a stretch where they knocked down 14 of 16 free throws. But, you know, sometimes it can only take you so far. You have to continue to knock them down. It's a 13-10 game. Down low, Ruiz, reverse layup, yes.
Excellent pass there. That was a great one by Christian DeJean. Excellent assist.
Ruiz averaging 8. Now here's the kick out. And the shot short coming from Williams. Rebound DeJean. And now we'll have a whistle, but Christian DeJean, number 2 in blue, normally the primary ball handler. We haven't seen much of him. So it'll be Gomez DeJean along with Grant Adu, Ben Karaoke, and DeJean on the floor for Marist. For G House, they stay with most of their starters. Moore, Tate, not Tate. Ferguson is in for Tate with the rest of their starters. Now looking to drive inside Adu. He won't get it to roll. Ferguson with the rebound.
Adu had a nice move there, just couldn't finish.
Dexter, we're seeing a lot of open looks on this right wing, and there you go. There's a shot. Rashad Staten was just able to knock it down, and you know, what can you say about the defensive rotations of Marist? They're not quite there yet.
They're not quite there, and what's interesting, John, is a lot of teams have played Westinghouse with a zone this year, but they've handled it pretty easily, and Coach Kelly told me he's very surprised that teams have played them that way, but there's a team that can shoot better. I think it's a lot of teams going off of what they've seen in the past. Westinghouse maybe struggled to shoot from the outside. This is a much better shooting Westinghouse team, and they're showing it here today with the open shot you just saw by Stanton.
So they'll put DeJean at the line. DeJean has the ability to attack the basket at any time, and he's no stranger to the free throw line, shooting at 75%. As he knocks down the first one.
Entering the game is number 0, Malik Riley, and number 2.
Riley will check back in for Ferguson. Jones sits as well. And Tate will come back in. And 2 of 2 for DeJean. 4 different scorers for Marist: DeJean, Ruiz, Adu, and Gomez. And they trail by 3. So now we'll see another sort of 2-3. That leads to another wide open lookout. And a shot is knocked down. Akeem Tate.
Excellent ball movement there. Extra pass by Malik Riley set up that shot.
Tate's got 5. Remember, he transferred in from Knightdale High School in North Carolina, and there's the takeaway, Ferguson. 5 turnovers for Marist thus far. We've played almost 13 full minutes.
Second foul to number 14, Ruiz, his first.
And that foul will go on Ruiz, his first, the team's 6th.
Good pass.
Good pass, and he just took one too many steps. And, you know, it's funny, you look in, and this will lead to my next point, Gerald Williams, as he commits the team's 3rd turnover. You have to wonder if some of these players are used to playing on the wood yet. Remember, it's basically been a rubber floor, forever at George Westinghouse.
Yeah, a place a lot of people did not like to play. They didn't like to play on the rubber floor. I wonder if the players here at Westinghouse even like to play on the rubber floor. But I was here when this court was unveiled, and Jordan Brand did a brilliant job with it. And the principal and the athletic director here at Westinghouse, they had a lot to do behind it. And even since then, the lighting in here has been changed, and it's beautiful. But I think that's something that takes time, definitely, John, like you're saying, getting adjusted from the rubber to the wood.
So that foul goes to Dijon. And Marist will call a timeout. So, you know, you look at, how about this too? And I'm sure we might have more from Naomi later, but, you know, if you're George Westinghouse, now they they might not have a say in who plays in this tournament. But with that said, you've got Robeson here. You've got South Shore here. If you're George Westinghouse, you'd have to imagine you're not just coming for one game. You've got a chance to potentially scout teams that you're going to see down the road in your conference.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then conversely, on the other end, you don't want to show too much, right? Yeah. You don't want everybody to see what you've done. Although all these coaches and players, they know each other well. They see each other in tournaments throughout the summer, showcases like this. So, yeah, they got to scout 3 teams in their own 3 teams in their own division. And that's a big thing for Westinghouse. But some of those coaches are just staying around to scout them too. So they're going to see, because in the Brooklyn PSAL AA division, every game counts.
So we're set to go. Marist making its way back onto the floor. 5:05 remaining. Warriors lead the Knights 19-14. Dexter Henry, John Perez, Naomi Gray is with us patrolling the sidelines. And Westinghouse attacking the left basket. It's Moore. Moore in on Ruiz. Float shot is short. And the rebound goes to Dijon. Now Dijon being guarded by a guard, and that's his 2nd foul. In a matter of 2 sequences, and Jyron Brooks can't believe it. He's got his hands right by his cheeks.
Yeah, you got to be better with the ball than that, Dijon. Dijon, very sloppy, and his pocket was able to be picked clean.
And you'd have to imagine Brooks has to make a decision here with 4:38 remaining. Dijon is clearly not on his game, but he also has 2 fouls, and you don't want him in foul trouble before the end of the first half.
Yeah, I think you got to sit him here, 4:38. He's got some of these fouls by being careless. Those are not the fouls you like to see, but he's going to stay in the game.
Riley misses the free throw. And it'll be a deuce. Shoveling it over towards the right side towards Karaoke. Gets broken up, but last touch by Karaoke. And it'll be the Warriors basketball.
Yeah, see, those are the turnovers that'll drive you crazy as a coach. You know, you call those self-inflicted wounds. Bad passes, careless with the ball, silly fouls. It's the reason they're down by 5. You actually would think Westinghouse would be up by more right now, but G-House only a 5-point lead.
6 turnovers for Marist. Now bouncing it over towards the left side, Tate. We're going to drive inside. Nice Euro step in the finish.
Nice finish there by Tate, and Coach Kelly's very high on this kid. Talked about his leadership, talked about how he's coming here and has been a great scorer, but the other players on the team have bought into what he brings to the table.
He grew up in Brooklyn, moved to North Carolina, then moved back to Brooklyn before the end of his 7th grade year.
Nobody saw that, but a ball came our way to our broadcast booth, and our producer, Matt Faniza, almost made a nice catch.
He had his hands ready.
He was ready. Looked like Juan Lagares sitting in the chair.
4th turnover for Westinghouse. And now we do. Shuffling it over towards the left side. That's Dijon. Dijon taking on 3 defenders, gets blocked by Moore, rolls out of bounds. And Marist will have a fresh 35.
It's a great job defensively there by Moore. Stayed on his feet, hands up straight. That's how you do it. You don't want to commit and jump early.
You know, when you hear that and then you talk about the NBA and how they're trying to institute verticality, about guys just going straight up. And, you know, Roy Hibbert was one of the first guys to do that too. You know, you can see that it's trickling down, and there's another turnover for Marist. That's their 8th.
Yeah, I think sometimes kids at lower levels don't get credit enough for defensive intensity and wanting to play. And there are kids who play in the high school level, I see this, who clearly relish playing defense. And play defense with your feet, not with your hands, and good things will happen.
Moore. Ferguson for 3. Off to the right.
We have another ball our way.
It's funny, we've been here all day, and we haven't had any basketballs come our way. And within a span of 30 seconds, we've had 2.
So what changed? I sat in the play-by-play seat, and Matthew Feniz is taking over producing. It's us. Maybe you know what it is? There's 3 Met fans here. That's what it's got to be.
That could be it.
Yeah.
I don't know what fan Pat is, but Bowling come over when he was here.
He's a Yankee fan. Everything goes their way, right?
Oh, yeah. Here's Ruiz. Inside. Offensive foul.
Wow, that's their 4th offensive foul of the half.
Yep, and the 9th turnover. And for Ruiz, that's his 2nd, the team's 8th, and George Westinghouse will shoot freebies the rest of the half. So Jones into the front court. Bouncing it up top, Tate looking to operate. And bring it up top, Jones. 17 to shoot. Now the kick out. Moore, pull up from the free throw line. No. Doesn't get the roll. Ferguson.
Great hustle there by Ferguson.
Now Jones will try it again. Ferguson for 3. That's too long. Saheem Ferguson 0 of 2 from downtown. Still a 7-point lead for Westinghouse.
Important stretch here for the Royal Knights. They've got to make something happen to close out this quarter strong.
Moore almost gets the turnover. But, you know, I've really been impressed by Arshean Jones and the way he's been manning the ship, number 1 in white.
Yeah, he definitely has. Able to get into the paint and looking for his guys on the outside. So with that kind of ability, that's another thing about Westinghouse. I don't think they've had this level of point guard play in the last few years. They had some really good guards, some good wings. Isaiah Gurley, you played here a few years ago. But this is what's going to take them to the next level, which this team very much believes they can go to. Haven't been past the quarterfinals in the PSAL playoffs in the last 4 years.
So a foul was called down low on Jones. That's only his first. Here's Ruiz. And now a shot from the far side. Adu won't get it to go.
That's a rare turnover there by G-House. They were looking to score easily on the break, which they've done a great job thus far in this first half.
Yeah, Westinghouse with only 5 fouls, with only 5 turnovers thus far. Now shoveling it over towards the left side. Here's Adu again. After the screen from Ruiz, looking to drive inside, and he gets the roll.
Nice move by Adu. Adu has done an excellent job. I believe that's 10 points for Adu?
Yes, sir.
10 points. He has 10 of the 14 points. As I said, he's the offense for the Royal Knights.
And 4 of 6 from the floor. Riley thought about it. No, hold on to it. Jones wanted the ball. That's one thing about this G-House team. They've got 4 guards in the starting lineup, but all 4 can certainly handle the rock. The pull-up Moore won't go. Rebound Dijon. Damari Moore, a struggle thus far. 0 of 4 from the field. Under a minute to go. 50 seconds to be exact. Ruiz on the far wing. Good ball movement, Dijon. Towards Ruiz. 13 to shoot. Gomez. Gomez diving with Jones. It's a takeaway. And a timeout's going to be called by George Westinghouse. They've now turned the ball. They've now forced 10 turnovers. They're a team that's been very aggressive. And, you know, you look at Marist, and it looks as if George Westinghouse is kind of in their heads.
Yeah, I think that they're thinking too much before they pass. They're not even seeing where their players are going. I think one thing that's interesting to me here is that they forced 10 turnovers, but they're only up by 5 points. You know, when you think you've played this well defensively and you force some turnovers, you think you'd be up by more. But Westinghouse, a couple times, not able to capitalize off the turnovers. I think that's something you love to see them be more aggressive with and clean up in the second half.
So it's a 5-point lead with 33.5 seconds left to go. And, you know, you look at that discrepancy and the 10 turnovers, but only being up 5. G-House only shooting 10 of 32 from the floor. They've been getting a lot of offensive rebounds, but they haven't been able to convert.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not capitalizing off second chance points. I think if they did that, this would definitely be a double-digit game. And unfortunately, they have not been able to. So that's got to be frustrating for them.
And you look at the rebounding across the board. Jones with 4, he leads all on the Westinghouse side. Williams with 1, Akeem Tate with 1, and Shaheem Ferguson with 2. Ferguson didn't even start. Shot clock turned off with 25 seconds to go in the first half. And now a turnover. 6 turnover for G-House. DeJean can probably hold for the last shot. John will swing it over. Now Adu. Ruiz. Back to DeJean, holding the ball over his head. 3 to shoot, tries to kick it out. At the horn for 3, yes, Gonzalo Gomez. Boy, did he need that shot. That's only his second made shot. First 3. And as we end the first half, it's a 21-19 lead for G-House.
And a disappointing way to end the half for Westinghouse, but a strong way to end the half if you are the Royal Knights. That's a huge 3. Westinghouse are going to be a little bit disappointed. They're not up by more. But, hey, if you're the Royal Knights right now, John, you could turn the ball over 10 times, and you are only down by 2 points, and you haven't shot the ball well. You got to be happy about that.
So that will do it for the first half. We'll come back with a nice halftime hit from Naomi Gray. We'll see what she has to say with both head coaches. And we'll be right back from the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic right here on BackpackBroadcasting.com.
I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Live and direct.
Live and direct, I will bring it to your set. I got now, I don't kill, got next.
Vogue is your go-to source to find the coolest, the hippest shops here in the New York City area that are hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, and they're also easy on your wallet. I like that with New York fashion, nobody cares. You can do whatever it is that you please. You can be yourself. You can express yourself the way that you want to with your fashion. And I see myself as a canvas, and my clothes are my art. And I like that I can express that here. Some people feel that you have to go to Fifth Avenue or go to Soho to get high-end fashion, and that's not really the case. Sometimes the best places are right in your backyard. Vitrina and Vogue is about finding stores that cater to everyone and make everyone feel like they don't have to fit a mold. You've just been Vogue is a saying that I say that is pretty much saying you've just been informed. I just put you on to the best of the best. You've just been Vogue.
Hi, I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Live and direct.
Live and direct, I will bring it to your set. I got now, I don't kill, got next.
Vitrina and Vogue is your go-to source to find the coolest, the hippest shops here in the New York City area that are hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, and they're also easy on your wallet. I like that with New York fashion, nobody cares. You can do whatever it is that you please. You can be yourself. You can express yourself the way that you want to with your fashion. And I see myself as a canvas, and my clothes are my art. And I like that I can express that here. Some people feel that you have to go to Fifth Avenue or go to Soho to get high-end fashion, and that's not really the case. Sometimes the best places are right in your backyard. Vitrina and Vogue is about finding stores that cater to everyone and make everyone feel like they don't have to fit a mold. You've just been Vogue is a saying that I say that is pretty much saying you've just been informed. I just put you on to the best of the best. You've just been Vogue.
Hi, I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
live and direct, I will bring it to your set. I got now, I don't kill, got next.
Creator in Vogue is your go-to source to find the coolest, the hippest shops here in the New York City area that are hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, and they're also easy on your wallet. I like that with New York fashion, nobody cares. You can do whatever it is that you please. You can be yourself. You can express yourself the way that you want to with your fashion. And I see myself as a canvas, and my clothes are my art. And I like that I can express that here. Some people feel that you have to go to Fifth Avenue or go to Soho to get high-end fashion, and that's not really the case. Sometimes the best places are right in your backyard. The Creator in Vogue is about finding stores that cater to everyone and make everyone feel like they don't have to fit a mold.
All right, we're back here at the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic. Dexter Henry alongside John Perez, who will take over the call here.
Thank you, sir. And here we go. It's a 21-19 lead for G-House, and driving inside and grabbing the block foul is Gerald Williams. Williams in the first half had 6, and he's got a chance to add on to more. And Dexter, you know, it's only a 2-point game after 16 game minutes, but you look at the numbers and you look even closer, and you would think that, you know, Marist has been playing well. They really haven't. Only, 10 turnovers, but G-House is not able to knock down their shots, particularly from the free throw line either.
Yeah, I know Coach Kelly was not happy about that. We'll hear a little bit more about that later from Naomi, but they haven't been able to capitalize, and then you see a missed free throw there by Gerald Williams. These are the little things that add up and keep teams hanging around in games when they're not playing that well themselves.
After going 1 of 2, the team is now 3 of 7 from the charity stripe.
Ooh.
Both teams with their starters on, and there's a takeaway. And Malik Riley can't finish, but trailing right behind him is Gerald Williams.
Nice follow-up by Williams. And Riley couldn't believe he didn't get the foul call there. Definitely got hit on the right arm.
9 points for Williams as that goes out of bounds. You look at the turnover ratio, George Westinghouse only with 6, which is a fair number for PSAL, considering that both of these teams like to run, sometimes can force a lot of bad passes, trying to throw it into tight windows. And there's another turnover, and turnover right back. I'm not sure if Jones had full possession on it. He probably didn't, if you're going to go statistically, but it is a turnover for Marist. And we'll have a timeout, so we'll catch up with Naomi Gray in just a couple of minutes, too, a couple of seconds. But this is a George Westinghouse team that leads 24-19. They're a team that's had a lot of momentum after their win against Lincoln, and with more on that is Naomi Gray.
Westinghouse is on a fresh win. Westinghouse is off a fresh win against Lincoln. This is their first time ever beating Lincoln in the AA division. Head coach Everett Kelly believes that the team needed to carry this momentum over to this game in order to pull out a win. Back to you, John.
All right, thanks a lot, Naomi. And you look at that, too. They beat Lincoln. They played George Thomas Jefferson very tough. There's no reason that they can't compete and take over this AA division this year.
Yeah, no, I think the thing is that they also want to see some respect in that way. There's been some rankings around the way that haven't given them the respect they've had, even though they've got the win over Lincoln. I think a lot of people still aren't respecting what they've done as a program. Some good defense here again. I think that'll come in time. I think this is a good team. I think they will be one of the final teams standing at the end of the year.
DeJean can't finish. Ripping down the rebound is Williams. And a fresh shot clock and trying to kick it out, but another turnover. Turnover number 7 for Westinghouse as Jones steps on the end line.
Yeah, Westinghouse getting a little sloppy there. But something you brought up earlier, John, that you were talking about was this team and their ability for guards to handle the ball. Guards of all different sizes. That's what makes them so dangerous, not just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end too, as you see here. Almost another turnover.
And Ruiz now giving it off Adu inside. Walloping inside, can't get it to go. Rebound Moore.
Good pass.
And Moore gets it done on both ends.
Excellent pass right there, and Moore with the finish.
Damari Moore went 0 of 4 in the first half. Finally gets the first bucket.
Westinghouse is dangerous. They can get turnovers like this. They're scrappy. Their guards can be all over the floor, and they can run. Oh, man, they can be very dangerous.
12 turnovers, but there it is. Akeem Tate.
Just like that, Westinghouse, look, John, they've opened it up to a double-digit lead, their largest of the game.
Tate missed his only 3 of the first half. He's 1 of 2. You can give him 9 points. And Maris is looking for some semblance of offense, and it'll start with Adu.
Who is the offense again?
12 points for Adu, 12 of the 21. Those other 9 coming from Ruiz and Gomez. Now down low. Moore goes up with a yes.
Nice, strong, grown man's move there by Damari Moore. He's dominating on the inside right now.
Moore with 4. It's back to a 10-point game.
Westinghouse very aggressive in this third quarter with the full court press.
And this is exactly what Jaron Brooks, the head coach in Marist, was talking about. Up 10, down 10, up 20, down 20. They're going to continue to press every PSAL team, and his team's going to have to be ready to handle the challenge, and handling the challenge on the mid-range jumper is Gonzalo Gomez.
And credit there to the Royal Knights, moving the ball around well, not letting the ball touch the floor, and they found the open man for the open shot.
Jones down low to Williams, and there he is.
We're starting to see a little bit of a flow to this game. Both teams able to score.
And a takeaway. Akeem Tate.
And right now, G-House doing it in their house, getting all the turnovers they need for the easy scores.
And this is exactly the type of game that George Westinghouse needed. You know, you look at all the games that they've played, they've had to grind out victories, and there's Adu. But, you know, they've had to grind out victories. That Lincoln game was very tension-filled. The game's obviously not over yet as we head midway through the third quarter, but nonetheless, things have been pretty easy.
Yeah, it's been very impressive on both ends, and I've been very impressed with the Royal Knights and Adu. He's a one-man wrecking show. He needs some help, though.
First miss at the free throw line, 14 points for Adu. 9-point lead, driving inside, Riley.
This team can be so aggressive when they play to their potential on both ends. And I think that's what head coach Everett Kelly wants to see from these guys, is to play a complete 32 minutes.
And Riley is a guy that head coach Everett Kelly says can really start the emotional momentum for this team. He leads the team in dunks, but just his athleticism is enough to get the bench on its feet and really just drive the emotional side home for George Westinghouse as he goes 1 of 2.
He's a fearless player, and like I said before, he can really jump. I was here the other day for practice, and I saw him throw down a two-handed dunk on a fellow teammate, and it was pretty disgusting, to say the least.
DeJean gets double-teamed. And the ticky-tack foul, it's going to be called on Tate.
A little ticky-tack there. But DeJean hasn't been able to get anything going, and I think that's hurt the Royal Knights. Nothing going as far as guard play. And they need somebody else to step up beside Adu if they are to get back into this game.
There you see Jones doing jumping jacks in front of the inbounder Gomez. Adu, offensive foul. Well, one thing about George Westinghouse, and they're probably going to need this for the rest of their AA schedule, they're going to need to use their entire body to just continue to rack up those charges, considering going against players like Shamori Pons from Thomas Jefferson. You look at all those other players and the impacts that they can make inside the paint. If they're able to draw those charges, there's no reason why they can't, 1, frustrate teams, and then 2, capitalize on the offensive end.
Absolutely. And sometimes defense is your best offense, because when you're able to shut other teams down, get their best players in foul trouble, get them off the floor, you can flourish on the other end.
Now Ruiz. Gomez thought about going right, now goes left to Dijon. Deep NBA three, short, hits nothing. And Moore comes up with it. And Tate misses the bunny. Grabs his own rebound.
Good pass.
And Jones can't finish.
Not a good finish.
Now Dijon getting trapped in the backcourt. There's your 10-second violation.
And credit G-House once again bringing the full court press. They've been relentless. They've been relentless in this quarter with that.
And Dijon has just been struggling. He's been turning the ball over. There's at times seemed lackadaisical with coming up the floor. And it's not exactly helping his Marist team.
It shows you in all levels of basketball now the way the game is played. Guard play is so important, John. If you're not getting good guard play, you're not getting the penetration, which we praised Westinghouse for, it's going to be tough to win.
Now Jones thought about handing it off to Moore. Skip pass out towards the right side. Williams thought about it. Williams is not afraid to shoot it. He's got 3 inches on Dijon, but defers to pass. Moore. Now Williams inside. Scoop layup, yes.
That's a great finish. And look what penetration and patience can do for you. Not willing to rush the outside shot, able to be patient, and right now the Warriors up by 13.
All right, so up 13, 39-26. We'll take a break here. You're watching the first annual Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic presented by BackpackBroadcasting.com.
John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Back here on the home of the Warriors, George Westinghouse High School, alongside Dexter Henry and Naomi Gray and the rest of our Backpack Broadcasting crew. Happy holidays from John Perez. G-House outscoring Marist 18-7 as Stephen Ruiz tries to go up for it. He gets blocked by Moore. Second chance shot, no good.
Moore has been really impressive on both ends of the ball.
And we'll have a blocking foul down low that'll go on Gomez.
And G-House just continuing to do what they do. Relentless with the press, attacking the rim. They've definitely turned it up this quarter.
So this will bring Gerald Williams. Williams is a guy that's normally played in a lot of foul trouble and has to be used in spurts, because there will be times where he'll pick up 2 fouls in the first quarter, then he won't play till late in the second quarter. Can't really find an offensive rhythm, and sometimes that just has to do with a basketball IQ. Sometimes that has to do with close officiating. It's a number of factors, but it's something that Williams has consciously been working on.
Yeah, Coach Kelly spoke with me about that he's been trying to do that. Listen, bottom line here is, John, they need him on the floor. He is a great all-around player for them. He does so many things well for them. They need him on the floor. And the more he's on the floor, the better G-House is.
Ruiz, offensive rebound. And now the takeaway. 15th turnover for Marist as Moore blows the layup.
Moore, I think, was going up, and he wasn't sure whether Ruiz was going to wrap him up, and Ruiz didn't get the foul.
DeJean can't get the turnaround. Now Moore the other way. Pull up, yes.
Smooth, man of his size, able to step in from the three-point line for a 15-foot stroke. Nice job.
Moore with 7. And we'll have a foul against Rashad Stainton. So that's his second, the team's second.
You gotta like what you see from G-House here. They had a shot that could have been a momentum changer at the half, and they've come out here strong, John, defensively and offensively.
You know, one thing that I'm noticing about this George Westinghouse press, Dexter, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they kind of look like, you know, and with Football Sunday coming up tomorrow, they kind of just look like cornerbacks all over their wide receivers on the press. They're always right in front of them.
Yep.
And they've done just a good job. Even you see Moore over there tapping the pass away.
Yeah, and that's good. And that shows you they're playing defense with their feet, not with their hands.
Inside Moore, count it.
Now that's how you put your man through the spin cycle, up with the left hand in and the score. This kid has been very impressive today on both ends.
Damari Moore, the 6'7" senior, averaging 10 and 10. He's that transfer out of Lincoln High School. He can stretch the floor at the 4-guard position.
It's a double-double machine.
Only 2 rebounds today. It's a 13-2 run for Westinghouse. And we'll have a whistle called.
And that's impressive because that's how you put teams away, John. You got to run in the third quarter. Now the Royal Knights are down 18. And if you're the Royal Knights and you're the coaching staff right now, you're thinking, where's the heart of this team? Do they have the fight for a comeback? And if you're Coach Kelly, you're telling your Warriors, put your foot on their throat, stomp them out. Let's end this at home.
Well, swinging around, DeJean gets double-teamed. Ruiz towards the elbow to Adu, looking to operate, going inside, and he gets fouled.
Adu, once again, he's the only guy making something happen consistently for the Royal Knights.
Adu with 14. His average is 17 and a half. At times can be a tough guy to guard because of his in-between size. He's kind of like a 2.5. If you want to call it, not really a shooting guard, but not really a small forward either.
Yeah, he handles the ball pretty well for his size. He's not done growing. It'll be interesting to see where he can play on the next level.
Give them 16. And that's the lead for Westinghouse right now, and they'll turn it over. Only the 7th turnover for G-House.
I believe that's their first one of this quarter.
Yes, sir.
So they've done a good job. It shows you what you can do when you play good defense, playing efficient offense, capitalize off turnovers, and most importantly, you take care of the ball. Good things happen, John.
And how about this just for the rest of AA play? George Westinghouse is a team that can take the charge, can force turnovers. You know, they might not have a guy that'll score 30 a night.
Right.
And they might not have a guy that's a top, 100 Division I recruit. But they're guys that can do the little things and win basketball games, and they're showing it right now.
Little things sure showed up in the third quarter for G-House. They are dominating at their house.
And there it is, a 44-30 lead. You're watching the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic on BackpackBroadcasting.com.
I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Final 8 minutes to go from day one of the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic, the first annual, hosted by George Westinghouse in their newly minted basketball court. Used to look like a wrestler's mat, but nonetheless, 8 teams have come to play ball, and they've played it well. Now here's Damari Moore. He gets the takeaway. Can't finish with the layup, but on the finish, Omar Powell.
There you go. They've been capitalizing when they've had second chance points too. That's what's also been impressive this half.
Now DeJean trying to go inside, but Moore gets the block, but a foul's going to be called. And it's either going to be on Tate or it's going to be on Moore. Well, now they're going to wipe the foul off the floor. So now Ruiz, hook shot, no good. Moore comes up with it.
Got numbers here.
There's Moore, looking to go coast to coast. And how about that off glass?
You can't have that happen. You can't have the guy get the rebound, dribble the length of the court, and lay it up. Inexcusable.
Well, Damari Moore showing why he's a double-double guy, doing a little bit of everything. He's in double figures, has 3 rebounds, and it'll be interesting to see how much of this fourth quarter he plays if G-House can pull away. Omar Powell turning it over.
Key for G-House here is you can't get sloppy. As Powell goes to the bench. You got to stick within what you're doing, keep the pressure, capitalize, and execute.
So now G-House continuing to press up 18. DeJean looking to throw it in over to Ruiz. Now to Gomez. And Gomez, for a bigger guy, can really run the floor. Number 23 in blue.
Yeah, he's been up and down, running well today.
Now dropping inside with the reverse. Adu can't get it to go. Grabs his own rebound. Now DeJean, powerful move, too strong. Adu, yes, in the foul.
I mean, if it isn't Adu, what is it for the Knights right now? He is doing everything.
Yeah,
it looks like 1-on-5 sometimes, John.
No, I totally agree. He's got 18 of the 32. Chance at 19. Front rims it. Adu now 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. Now on the near wing, Tate. Too nice.
Nice crossover with the left, but finished with the right hand. Great move by Tate.
Tate with 13. And now towards half court, this will be a backcourt violation.
Nothing going the way of the Royal Knights.
Gomez wanted to say that it was touched by G-House. He's not going to get that call.
Substitution on court. Entering game number 11, Gerald Williams.
So Williams will check back in.
He replaces number 23, Hakeem Tate.
So it'll be interesting to see the rest of the way from Marist, as there's their first stop. See if they can convert it. Maybe, you know, the team's still down 18. They are high school players. You know, sometimes they could hang their heads, you know, and get down on themselves. But maybe, you know, they can learn a lot more about themselves being down 18 and, you know, trying to chip away as opposed to just sulking.
Absolutely. If they can fight, as you see a nice score there by Adu, even if you can get this back to a respectable game in the final minutes, that's a victory, especially when you talk about how their head coach is well aware that playing against New York City teams is important for his team. They have to try to look for the little victories even inside what might be a loss.
Moore kicking it out. Williams, 3, swish.
And that wall is created by Moore and what he's done today. The defense drew 2 defenders to him, was able to find Williams in the corner 3.
First 3 ball for Williams. He was 0 of 3 up until that point. Final 5:01.
Coach Kelly still bringing the heat with the trap. Full court press.
He'll throw it towards Ruiz. Has to track it down. Not in the stride that he wanted to, otherwise he would have had an open layup. But for an open 3 is DeJean. He's off the mark to the right.
Wow.
And Jones, oh, he can't finish.
Some impressive bounce passes today by G-House.
Adu blocked by Moore.
That's just disrespectful. Straight 2-handed block by Moore. And he's done it all. Rebound, block shots, assists, scoring.
Well, now looking ahead for G-House on 3. Williams, oh, he can't be stopped.
Oh, man, he's filling it up. The Warriors are bringing the pain offensively and defensively.
He's got 20 points. Now McCray doesn't grab the roll. Williams grabs the rebound. Looking to go coast to coast. Layup, no, and Malik Riley. And take a look at the G-House bench.
Told you he could jump, and he jumped not on a dunk of his own, but a putback, and that got the bench up. The bench is up now to celebrate with him. That kid can sure jump out of the building and spark his team.
Riley only 6 foot flat, but he can get up there with the rest of them. It's a 58-34 lead thus far, and we'll keep it here. But it's an 8-0 run for Westinghouse. They've pretty much been doing everything the right way, and now you have to wonder, you've got some, notable player of the games, and more than one player of the game for G-House. You've got Damari Moore, Malik Riley's been in there, Gerald Williams as well. So, it's a team that really has an embarrassment of riches.
They do, and I think for people who haven't seen Westinghouse play, that maybe are underestimating them this year, it's good that you're getting to see a nice look about what they can do. Obviously, they'll have some tougher competition in the AA division in Brooklyn, but this is a team that can run the floor, this team that can create havoc and cause turnovers, a team that can hit shots from the outside, well-coached, disciplined. All the players have been part of this program for many years, and you're seeing the fruits of their labor today, and hopefully they'll see that by hoisting up a city title at the end of the year.
Certainly something to be in contention. Now Gomez. McCray, no, but a foul.
Another thing I liked about watching the Warriors today is no easy layups. Nobody's coming inside, scoring easily. They play tough. They contest shots. There's a lot of energy on defense.
So now the officials will talk about who the foul's going to be on. But nonetheless, G-House committing 7 fouls, Marist with 5, and McCray to shoot 2. McCray, the 6'4", sophomore wing, and he misses the first one. Oh of 2, rebound Riley. Final 3:20. Riley inside, no, but a foul.
They continue to attack and attack again. Riley saw the putback dunk that he had before. Now attacking the rim with a chance to add 2 more to his point total.
And Riley's a guy that's had to play in spurts this year. Coach Kelly says that his conditioning's not exactly where it needs to be yet. But he's looked pretty swell tonight.
Yeah, definitely on that putback dunk. His conditioning looked fine there. Sure, if he does a few more of those, Coach Kelly will be smiling.
He might also sit him too. So Riley with 9. Westinghouse continuing to press. There's the takeaway. Riley, yes, sir.
Another jam for Riley. Looking well conditioned there.
And now Westinghouse will probably empty its bench. As you see, the wholesaler changes coming at the next dead whistle. And DeJean going inside, layup good.
Finally, an easy one gets to go for DeJean. He struggled today, but good to see him maybe have something to boost his confidence down the road.
He missed his first 6 shots before burying that one. Tate, no sir. And now we'll have a whistle, and now we'll have a wholesale of subs.
And the starters for Westinghouse have to be very happy with what they've accomplished here. Very good job by them.
So James Gomez, Karan Williams, Saheem Ferguson, and Onyx Warren come on in along with Felix Roa. Play out the final 140 seconds. Now getting trapped on the inside was a do. And we'll have the blocking foul. That foul will go on Roa, his first. So DeJean to the line. He struggled today. Has made all 3 of his free throws. So Ben Karaoke, Tahir McCray, Tristan Sadler as Roa goes to the line and knocks down the free throw. Roa only appearing in 4 games this year. There's 1 of 2 at the line. Rebound Lombardi.
Jump ball.
We'll have a jump ball. Possession staying with Westinghouse. Now on the inside, Ferguson. Ball rolls out of bounds. So this will be Ferguson. He's a first-year guy that transferred from George Washington High School in Manhattan. A good three-point shooter, can launch it from the corners. We haven't really seen him that much tonight. And now Onyx Warren, he's only played in 1 game this year, blows the layup. And now going the other way, Karaoke. And it will stay with Marist. Now they'll throw it in. Ball still loose. Bodies go flying. Felix Roa comes up with it. Opening up for 3 on the right side is Warren. That's no good. And Lombardi tracks it down. Going the other way, Sadler. Karaoke, another turnover.
Good pass.
And Felix Roa So Roa, that's his first field goal of the year. He's got 3. It's a 65-38 game, and you just look at the turnover numbers. They haven't been good for Marist. They've turned the ball over 23 times.
Hasn't been good at all, John. It's been a very sloppy day for them. So this is something they know they're going to have to clean up against other competition.
So final 72 seconds left to go. G House looking to go 8-1 overall. They don't play a conference game until January 5th. Warren with the takeaway. Feeds it off down low. And Karan Williams has only played 45 seconds this year. Loses it out of bounds, so it'll stay with G House, 34 to shoot.
Good experience for the young G House members. Get some playing time.
Exactly, and keep it locked afterwards. Naomi Gray will speak to the player of the game, which could be any number of players. And Williams again. Oh, he can't get the finish.
The way the Warriors played, might have to have a couple players to talk to after this game. Some very impressive performances.
Roa with another takeaway and a foul's assessed. Give that foul to Karaoke. So Felix Roa to the line. This is it. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it'll be Marist ball.
What?
Nine different players have scored for Westinghouse. Final 22 seconds. You'd have to imagine they're just going to hold the ball off.
No, you never know. Some of these kids don't get much playing time. They want to get a shot.
We'll see. Roa just holding the ball towards the bench. The seconds start to tick away. And George Westinghouse brushes aside Marist 67-38. A wire-to-wire victory for G House, winning their first game of their hosting of the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic. We'll step aside. We'll speak to Naomi Gray in just a couple of seconds. You're watching the first annual coverage of the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic right here on BackpackBroadcasting.com.
Hi, I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
got now, I don't kill, got next.
I'm here with Damari Moore of George Westinghouse. Congratulations on your win tonight. Please tell me, how did you prepare for tonight's game?
We just came in knowing that we had to play defense and play it hard. We was a little sleep in the first half, and then we came out second half and turned up the defensive intensity.
What do you think were some of your team's greatest strengths tonight?
Being able to push the ball and get out and transition to score.
Thank you, Damari.
All right, well, we heard from Damari Moore. Now we're going to go back to Coach.
Prepare your team tonight to win.
Well, it was hard. It was hard in preparation because we didn't have any games this week for the PSAL. So we just tried to keep our guys active. We haven't been playing with a lot of energy in the first half. We did the same thing. So we just wanted to try to get our guys to put a little bit more pressure in these guys in the second half. And that's all we've been trying to work on during the week, getting back to putting pressure on teams defensively and creating easy opportunities and not just waiting on half-court offense.
How was it hosting this tournament in its inaugural year?
It was huge. It's a great feeling. We had a great turnout for the event. I'm very happy that myself, the Brooklyn Youth Sports Club, and Anton over at Conrad McCray, that we were able to do what we do along with Jordan Brand. The first year, it was a very good feeling. We had a great turnout.
You had the opportunity to watch some teams in your division play tonight. How was it being able to not have to travel and watch them play?
Well, it was good. Unfortunately, they both somewhat played well. On our home court, Robeson took a tough one, but South Shore was able to pull it out. And our first game back is South Shore. So I'm hoping that tomorrow they don't have the same kind of luck because they played well on our court and they beat us here last year. So we're just hoping that them teams continue to do well, but not so well when we play them.
Thanks so much, Everett.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to you, John.
Hi, I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Great job by Naomi. Good questions over there. Good job all around. A great job by Accru and Dexter. It was just a wire-to-wire victory for the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, definitely a dominant victory for them there. You gotta definitely like that all the time when you can see that by the home team hosting the tournament, their first time. It's just great to see, and it was a great day here at the Brooklyn Bridge Classic. It's a tournament. It's a tournament that you're going to see over and over again. They're going to want to come back and do this. I think Jordan Brand's definitely happy with the turnout. A lot of scouts and coaches were here, so it was a good day. I'm definitely honored that we were able to do this.
Yeah, it was definitely a great day, and that will just about wrap it up. And if you're a Warriors fan hosting this event, it couldn't have ended any nicer for you, and just a great way to end the Christmas holiday as we head towards the new year. So with that said, for Dexter Henry, Pat McCormick, along with Naomi Gray and the rest of our Backpack Broadcasting crew, this has been a production of Backpack Broadcasting, and you can watch it on backpackbroadcasting.com.
Hi, I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.